Let me hit record. It's the recording. Zoom outside processing data footage.
Okay.
So how do we connect this? Okay, so very insightful information there, Mary, about how we can get started, the challenges people can face, and especially about the note about resources, getting everything together before you start. But you see that
Yeah.
it is in an ideal situation. And that now brings
Mhm.
me into the Q&A section where we've received quite a number of questions. Some are my own because I secretly want to farm also strawberries. So my first question is, um,
Mhm.
what is a reasonable amount of money that somebody can start off with? I know you and I spoke and you gave me an idea of what you started with, but what can somebody start with? And remember, we are in, we, most of our viewers come from very resource poor backgrounds, and getting money
Mhm.
together is a challenge. So what is the most basic somebody can start with, assuming they have access to land?
Assuming you have the land already and you have water, because water is is the most critical element in doing strawberry farming, because you have to water your plants daily, especially when it is not raining. And if you're using a greenhouse, you will definitely require water. So for somebody with little capital, the thing that I would recommend, which is actually what I did, it is to get a few number of strawberries. For example, I started with 130. With 130, the best thing with strawberries is that you can propagate seedlings yourself. So you start with a little amount. I think 200 strawberry seedlings would be better to start with, because with 200 strawberry seedlings, you will be able to propagate at least 10 in each strawberry seedling. So with that, and it takes 1 month for you to get the runners, for you to plant the more seedlings. So the best thing that somebody with little capital, you can start with 200 plants.
Okay, this
You put
200,
up 200
sorry to interrupt, but the 200, what kind of budget are we looking at per, per seedling in terms of
with
propagation?
200. You can get them with each, for example, the kind of networking we do, the organic strawberry one, we sell each at 50 shillings. So that would be 10,000 shillings. With 10,000 shillings, now you already have your manure, chicken manure, your cow manure, or your goat manure, or sheep manure. And then you start propagating your own seed from the 200 shillings. Well, I mean seedlings,
So it sounds,
because it takes 1 month. Mhm.
they say it takes
It
one
takes
month.
1 month. Yeah, it takes 1 month for the strawberries to start giving you the runners, the one you can propagate more seedlings. So you will have to wait. Let's say you buy in December. By January, you will have at least, if each gives you 10 seedlings, and then you propagate them correctly, because you can also put them incorrectly and then they don't grow further. So you have to have the expertise of growing them properly. When you do it the right way, you are going to get at least 1,000 from that 200 plants. So by that, you are at a good position to get the plant moving, to get your business growing. So you do not have to like buy a whole bunch, like 5,000 plants at first. That is for somebody who is having less capital, somebody who is willing to venture into strawberry farming, but you do not have the money, that huge amount of money. You can just buy the amount, at least 200 seedlings, and then you propagate your own seedlings from that. That is actually what I did with my plant. And I'm targeting to have at least 5,000 plants by the end of by let's say to March. By March, I will have 5,000 plants.
We'll hold you to that. Hopefully, we'll visit you. We'll have this discussion again, March 2021. So I'm marking my calendar. I hope everyone else is marking their calendar. We'll visit FarmGirlKE and see her progress and celebrate
Progress.
with her. That brings me to my next question. Now,
Mm-hmm.
do you allow for farm visits?
Well, currently I am not allowing, but from January I will be allowing people to come and visit.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Another question here is how much production uh,
Mm-hmm.
are you able to do, say, per acre, and what kind of price are you able to get for the produce? I ask this because as the agripreneur want to know what to expect if in terms of per acre or per number of splits that you've done, what to expect.
Okay, I will give you an example with what I am currently doing. With 100 plants, you are able to get at least 8 to 10 kilograms, depending on how you take care of your plants, because the size and the quality will matter in when you're calculating the number of kgs that you get from one plant. So with 100 plants, I am getting 8 to 10 kilograms, especially when it is not raining. So for somebody, you can now calculate with the number of plants that you want to keep. The good amount that you can start for somebody with high capital, you can start with 3,000 plants, and that will be good for you to sell to a big market, to maybe a company doing value addition to the strawberries. That will be profitable for you. So with 100 plants, you get at least 8 to 10 kilograms, and you harvest twice a week.
That is what I was going to ask. So this 8 to 10 kilos,
Yeah.
is it's what you can harvest per week?
Yeah, 8 a week. So I harvest on Mondays and on Saturdays. So on Monday I get 8 to 10 kgs, and on Saturday I get the same amount. And
Just
we sell them at 100 and.
just
Mhm.
a little further to that. So with your 100 plants, you're able to do at least 8 kilos of strawberry per week. Um,
Yeah.
and please take that conversation further to market. What are people asking for in what you're asking price for the product?
Okay. For at the moment we are selling them at 150 per panel. So each kilogram will give us 600 shillings. Yeah.
So
So
for
the more
those of
plants
you
you have, the more production you get.
okay, that makes sense. So for those of you who are wondering, maybe just break down the numbers for audiences. Mary is
Mhm.
stating that with her example of 100 plants, she's able to do at least 8 uh, whenever she's harvesting.
80%.
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
so these 8, when packed in the punnets, result
Mm-hmm.
into about 600 shillings or $6 of every kilo. Okay, so that
Yeah.
translates into 6 by 38. You're talking about $50 a week for only a
Yes.
hundred plants. If you're able to scale
Yes.
that up, the math
Mm-hmm.
is amazing. And remember, she's
Yes.
doing it organically, so she has to wait not just the 75 days, she has to wait till the 120th day,
120.
and
Mm-hmm.
yet another 2 weeks for now the fruit to be ready
For the
to,
plant too. Yes.
yes, to be at optimal and to be picked. Okay, sounds good. Now, the
Yeah.
the final question is something that we all love. What
Mm-hmm.
challenges, of all the challenges that you faced, rather, um, what do you think can and should be done? And I'm asking you not just as an agripreneur, I'm also asking you as a citizen of your nation. What do you think can be done or should be done in order to make the lives or the ambition of agripreneurs such as yourself not such a nightmare? Because I know you spend
I
sleepless
know.
nights trying to get ahead. But
Quite a
if you
number.
had a
Yeah,
chance,
quite a number.
if you had a chance to
Okay. The one thing,
policy maker, what would you ask for?
the thing that I would ask, especially the government, uh, associating with agricultural production, it is for support, financial support, especially for the small and upcoming farmers, because most of the time you're finding that the companies giving loans, they want you to have a large, a large farm, they are not considering the small farmers, especially those people without assets to attach for your loans. So you find that it is a very big challenge when you do not have financial income from other sources, and you also don't get the finances from government related projects. They want you to give, like, you be registered. Sometimes you do not have the requirements of registering a company. You're not even a company, you're just initiating your business. So you find that most of the time you cannot access the government funds. So if the government can break down to get that small farmer, to get that person, initiating their business even without a company, that would be very great.
Okay, I hear you, and it's a common ailment as well as
Hello?
gaming competitions. Don't know if you can hear me now.
I lost you.
Yeah,
I
I'm
lost
saying,
you for some seconds.
okay, so I was just recommending that perhaps you can look beyond government. There are quite a number of ventures and activities that you can pursue that would bring you together with some agri-based international NGOs, as well
Mhm.
as investment groups locally. So these are some of the. So going forward, please expect that we shall do some introductions to places where we can help you grow your brand and then formalize your business as well. So that last part
Yeah.
where government is failing, I think together we can work on that. Uh, I say that I say that in closing because I like to say a couple of things. So for those of
Yeah.
you who watch this show from beginning to end, we've had the
Mm-hmm.
pleasure of listening to Mary Ikigu, who's farming out in Limuru. She's doing strawberry for her venture.
Hello.
So for
Hello.
her,
I lost you.
for her, we have uh, an opportunity. Okay, uh, the available opportunities within agriculture.
Hello. Are you still there?
Yes, I'm right here, Mary.
Oh, because I can't see you now. Can I hear you?
Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you.
Can you see me
No,
now?
I can't see you.
Just a moment.
You have a dark screen.
You tell me if that is still the case.
Yeah, it's still the case. You're still black.
Still black
Yes,
is happening. I hope I'm back now.
not yet, unfortunately. It's still dark.
Okay, so I'm going
I can
to.
only see myself. Hello.
I can hear you. So what I'm going to do is, um,
Uh-huh.
really want because we are basically done. So what we haven't done is, are you able to record yourself on video?
Maybe I try. Uh, how do I record?
No, I was. Am I back?
Oh, yes, you're back now.
Perfect. So I was just doing the final schmooze, my remarks real quick about you, then let you do your pitch. Say, I'm out here, I'm looking for this kind of partners, I'm looking for this kind of opportunities, and then you'll give it back to me. Then I close the show. Okay.
Okay. So I
Yes?
start immediately.
No, I will go
Okay.
first. I'll hand over to you.
Oh, okay, okay.
So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. If you've been following this show from the beginning, we've been listening to Mary Ikigu, a farmer out in Limuru who's doing amazing things, growing strawberries, mushrooms, and spring onions organically. She has informed us of her humble beginnings, her current challenges, and how she's overcoming them. And she has gone even further and given us an idea of her personal goal of moving from where she started with 130 splits to being a big time farmer with over 5,000. Ladies and gentlemen, you and I have been given access March 2021 to visit Mary Gigu and celebrate with her journey of 130 to 5,000. And without and we can't close this show without letting her have say a piece of what she has to say as an agripreneur. Over to you, Mary.
So, as an agripreneur doing organic strawberry farming or general organic farming, I would advocate for companies doing, for example, irrigation and greenhouses to consider the small and upcoming farmers who are not financially stable, because most of the time you are finding that we cannot access the services from companies offering greenhouse installation or irrigation system installation. So I would advocate for companies concentrating highly in this kind of business to consider small scale farmers, to consider the upcoming farmers with less financial capital base, so that they can help us, to acquire these assets, even if it is through a loan, because some of these businesses have the capability of expanding and growing profitably. So if they can consider people like us, we would be very grateful. I know there are farmers out there who benefit from such uh, associations.
Okay. Thank you, Mary. Thank you. And I'm sure you'll get responses from your peer. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for your time. If this is the first show that you're listening in, my name is Nicholas Simio of FarmGRO Africa. We are your partners in all matters agripreneurship and farming. Thank you very much once again for your time this evening, and look forward to hearing and speaking with you again. As for Mary, Asante Sana, your story is inspirational, and I'm sure it will help transform the lives of several other youth out there. Thank you very much, Mary. Okay.
Okay, I'm glad to have helped, and I hope that more farmers will come up and engage in agricultural activities because they are economically viable.
Perfect. We shall also be
Yeah.
including means and ways of reaching out to Mary on this transmission. And what she may have not mentioned is she is a video logger. She has a YouTube channel, which
Yes.
we'd like you to also subscribe to. Look her up. The link will be on this transmission. Please sign up, support her, and let us Kuza Kisasa together. Thank you very much. Good evening. Hivyo tumemaliza. So I
Yeah.
have quite a bit of editing work to do. So
Uh-huh.
hopefully the next couple of hours, if I don't manage to do it by this evening, I will stream it
Uh-huh.
Saturday. But I will let
Okay.
you know. Yeah. So I got your
so
email
that I
address.
can also share.
I got your email address. Kila kitu nini nini.
Yeah.
YouTube channel. I need the link.
Mm-hmm.
I
I'll
think
share it.
that's that. Yeah, that's that.
Okay.
Asante sana. We still
Okay.
have
Thank
some
you.
discussions to do, but hiyo ni ya baadaye.
Yeah. I'm also impressed and for your participation and for your consideration. You know, it's not all the time that you find people wanting to do work with you. So I am grateful. Thank you.
You're most welcome. Tutajengana sana.
Sawa sawa.
Because I've got, just because of this little ad that we put out, we have some
Uh-huh.
people who are really interested in strawberry particularly. So I might be calling you up to maybe speak to one or two people.
Uh-huh.
Some of them, I'm telling them they'll have to lipa if they're the type of group of people who will lipa, where you also get
Mm-hmm.
some money. So hapo tunagawana kidogo.
Okay.
Yeah, but you have
Sawa sawa. There's no problem. Do I have a?
do have a good day.
Oh, you too. Have a lovely day ahead.
Bye.
Bye.
Marido. Entonces,